Sorry. I always do that. I'm sure you already pushed it, right?
Yes. A couple of times.
You too. Why do we always do that? I do it at crosswalks.
Me too. I have a theory, the more times you push the button, the more people the switch thinks are there, and the sooner it'll either bring the elevator or change the traffic light.
You think so?
It's just a theory.
Maybe we should walk up.
It's 4 floors. You're not even gonna make that.
Please, go ahead. Oh, I'm going to 5 also.
Oh. Oh God, what's happening?
It's okay, babe. It's gonna be fine.
Are we stuck?
No, I don't think so. It's just a matter of...
Piece of shit! I fucking told that idiot this elevator's a piece of crap.
Excuse me, would you watch your language, please? There are ladies present.
Excuse me, I watch my fucking language when you find a fucking way out of here, okay, asshole?
Look, there's no reason to yell. I'm simply requesting that you not swear in the presence of the lady.
Yeah, well, I'm simply requesting that you shut your fucking mouth and keep it shut. We're stuck in a fucking elevator. I think that's grounds for a little swearing.
Yeah, well, swearing isn't going to get us out of here. I suggest we take turns yelling for help until someone hears us.
That's a good idea. Help! Help! Can somebody please help us? We're stuck! Help!
What is that? That's yelling, huh? You ever get attacked, sweetheart? You're gonna get raped for sure.
It's totally uncalled for and inappropriate.
Oh, you're too much, old man. You're way too fucking much. Don't either of you have a cell phone? You guys look like the cell phone types.
I left mine in the car. I was only coming in for a minute.
Well, I have mine, but I think the battery's dead.
Well, give it another try. Sometimes you can squeeze out another call. Come on, come on. Quick, dial 911. Nothing?
It's not working.
Fuck! Hey! Hello, we're stuck in the fucking elevator! Hey, Reggie! The fucking elevator's broken again!
Try the alarm button. Maybe it just needs fussing with or something. No, that's not gonna work. Let me try here.
You fucking kidding me? You think you got the magic touch or something? Fucking button's broken, asshole. If it was gonna work, it would have worked for me.
Look, I'm not gonna ask you again to watch your language.
Is that so? Then what the hell are you gonna do about it, huh?
Bernie.
Huh? Yeah, baby.
I can't stay. No, you gotta get me out of here.
Baby, you gotta hang on, okay? It's not gonna be long. We'll be out of here soon.
I can't stay. You gotta get me out of here.
Baby, you gotta hang on, okay? It's not gonna be long. We'll be out of here soon, okay? Just relax. Just relax. You turn to yellow, man.
Hello? Is anybody there? We're stuck in the elevator! We have to do this more systematically. We have to have a constant noise coming from here, like the alarm was working. But if we keep yelling, we're gonna lose our voices.
What are you suggesting, old man, huh?
Well, pounding, kicking, anything that'll make a loud noise.
Hold on, okay? You can do this. It's not gonna be long. We'll be out of here soon, baby. Please, just relax. Okay, just relax. She's fine. Just relax, baby. You can do this. Just look at me.
She doesn't look fine.
I said she's fine. Relax, baby. Please, just relax. You gotta calm down. Relax, baby. Just relax and concentrate. Look at me.
Maybe she needs...
What are you, a fucking nurse? I said she's fine.
Don't talk to her like that. She's just trying to help.
Fucking brains in. You understand? Don't ever fucking touch me, baby. Come here.
Oh. I can't. Please.
Baby, you got it, okay? Just come here. Come here, just relax. Come here. Come here. It's okay. Shh. It's okay. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. You can do this. gotta pound with something harder, asshole, than ever here. What do you got in your purse? You got anything hard in there?
No.
What are you hiding? Baby, hold on. Hold on. What are you hiding in there, huh?
Nothing.
What are you hiding?
Well, I have this bottle of wine, but I'm saving it. And excuse me, you can't drink that. You can't. I would like to have that back.
What else do you have in there? Do you have anything else hard in there?
Excuse me, I need that.
Pound with some keys.
Excuse me, you can't.
the fucking water.
What else
do you have in there?
That's enough. That's enough. Look, now listen, it's her purse. It's none of your business what's going in her purse.
Hey, it's my fucking business because I say it is. Do you understand? Huh? Baby, you okay? Baby, it's not gonna be long. You just gotta hold on. You gotta hold on. Come here. Come here. I'll rub your tummy, okay? That always makes it better, huh? I'll rub your tummy. Okay? You'll be okay. You can do this. You can do this. Just hold on. What brings you fine folks to our humble home, huh? Can't get your tongue there, little Miss Fashion? Hey?
I'm visiting my boyfriend.
Oh, did you hear that, sweetie? She's got a boyfriend in this building. Are you flirting with the dark side, huh, honey? Oh, nothing but us undesirables here.
Well, my boyfriend happens to be very desirable, and he lives here.
Really? Baby, what?
God, no, Bernie, please, gotta get me out of here.
Baby, listen, you gotta hang on now, okay? Wait just a little bit longer.
I gotta get out of here. You gotta get me out of here.
Baby, it's gonna be okay.
It's not fucking okay, Bernie. It's not gonna fucking be okay. Please, please, Bernie. You promised. You promised. Please, 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 please.
Okay, baby. Okay, we'll do it here. We'll do it here. Yeah. Yeah, fuck him. We'll show him how the other half. Okay. Okay, baby. Okay, baby. We'll do it here. Give me a water bottle. I need your water bottle. Now, give me a fucking water bottle! You gotta hold that still, okay, baby? Hold it still. There you go.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I got it.
Who's my girl, huh?
I'm here.
There you are.
Thanks, Bernie.
Okay, baby. Okay. Keep it nice and still. My baby, huh? Who's my baby? You're my baby.
I'm your baby.
He loves you. Hold on, baby. Keep it nice and still. Okay. 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 There we go. There we go. There we go.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Hold it still. Hold it still. Hold on, okay? Whose clutch you with it? My clutch?
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that, huh? The fuck you looking at, huh? Did you ever seen that on TV before, huh? fast life for some people. That is their trip to Costa Rica or Hawaii or wherever the in places these days. Maybe you too want to get stoned, huh? See what happens? Huh? We could get to know each other a little better and have a little fun. What do you say? Oh, and hey, listen. Oh, man, don't worry. I mean, you can have some fun with Lizzie there. She'll be into it, trust me. Friends call us Pike. You ain't lived till you fuck someone who's stoned.
You're disgusting, sick and disgusting. I'm disgusting. I'm so disgusting.
The hell are you to pass judgment on me, huh? You're not my fucking father! You hear me? You had enough, old man? Huh? You keep your fucking mouth shut? Mind your own business? Huh? Where are we? Why do you keep us up so early?
Please.
Please what? Please continue? Please be gentle. Please stop. I'll stop. I don't mind. Lizzie wouldn't mind either. So we get into it. Lizzie's gonna love this. Lizzie's gonna think they're great.
Told you to leave her alone. You're not fit to be on this earth. You're an animal. I'm gonna hold you like this till we get out of here. You understand?
Oh, hey, no. Don't cover up, doll. If we're gonna be stuck here, give me something to look at least.
You're an animal.
If I'm an animal, what are you, huh?
I'm a human being and a gentleman.
Oh, so you're a gentleman, huh? Wow, I never thought I'd get to meet one. You're what they look like.
Yeah, I'm what they look like. They don't look like your type.
My type? Well, what exactly is my type, Mr. Gentleman?
Your type are the reason we decent people need laws and policemen. You show no respect for anything, not for people, not for God, nothing.
Oh, is that it? That's the end of the description?
No, I'm not done. You dress like slobs. You show no respect for your own appearance.
You keep using the word respect, but you can't even define it.
Respect it's an act. It's an attitude of reverence, honor.
So it's copying an attitude?
Whatever that means. That just shows your disrespect for the English language.
Is there anything you don't show respect for?
Yeah, don't show respect to your kind.
So, my kind don't deserve to be treated with respect, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
So we're not treated with respect, but we're supposed to show it towards others?
No, you're not treated with respect because you don't show it to others.
Also, so respect is something you earn.
That's right. But not always. It depends.
Huh? Oh, hang on a second. I'm a little complicated. I'm a little confused. The rules of this little game you've invented are quite confusing.
I don't have to put up with your attitude, young man. I will not be mocked.
I wasn't mocking. I actually was trying to understand, but it seems like when I ever start asking questions, people just shut me down. Come on. You're so sure about all this. Why can't you just answer a few simple questions and help those of us you despise get into your little club?
I don't want you in my club. I don't want you anywhere near me.
You don't want me on your planet, face it.
You're right, I don't.
So much for respect. Obviously, it's only for some people.
Look, I don't want to talk about this, all right?
Figured as much. You know what my theory is?
I don't want to know your theory.
I think that what you really mean by the word respect is blind obedience, unquestioned authority. And as far as I'm concerned, unquestioned authority equals tyranny. I bit my tongue. Hey, wasn't it Socrates who said that the unquestioned life isn't worth living? Yet you expect, no, you demand that people like me don't question you or your sacred little system, and you call it respect. Ha! That's a joke. What kind of respect for the English language is that, huh?
I guess. You went to college or university, right? You think you know it all. You think you're smart and the rest of us are dumb. Well, let me tell you, I went to college too, and I dabbled in the same gobbledygook doublespeak you're now spouting. And let me tell you, one day you're going to find out it gets you nowhere. It's meaningless words, empty words. The only thing that counts in life is action. You are what you do.
So right now you're a strangler.
No, right now I'm a protector.
Jesus.
You're a pig.
I am?
Yes. We're trying to look up my skirt.
Oh, that makes... You are quick for an old man. Fucking heavy, too. Okay. So I'm a pig, huh?
Yes.
You sure I'm not just a normal, healthy man?
No.
Oh. You ever tried to look up a woman's skirt, Mr. Gentleman, huh? See? There isn't a man born who doesn't try to look up a woman's skirt. It's in our nature. My guess is not even the Pope or the Dalai Lama.
That's not true. Gentlemen, do not look up ladies' skirts.
Oh, that's slick. What did you do, go to the Clinton School of Slippery Answers? See how he avoided answering my question directly? You should run for office, buddy.
You know, you're not funny. You're merely disgusting.
Yeah, okay, so I'm disgusting. Back to my original question. Have you ever tried to look up a woman's skirt?
No.
Absolutely never?
Never.
Now who's disgusting? Me for admitting who I am and what I do? Or him, lying coward? Ow! Oh. You should go on a diet. Oh, Jesus. Hi, baby. Hey, Mr. Suburbia here decided to play morality cop, you know, the hypocritical kind.
You might be interested in knowing that your boyfriend here was making advances at the young lady there.
Boyfriend, advance at a young lady. Oh my. Who the fuck are you people? What are you doing in our building?
Oh, sweetie, that there is Snow White, and this here is Prince Valiant. Yeah, so what are you guys doing here? You slumming it, huh?
I told you I'm visiting my boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, that's right. A wee bottle of wine. You celebrating something big, are you? Or you just looking to get laid?
It's our anniversary.
Aw. How many years?
6 months.
Oh.
What? What's so funny? What is so funny?
Yeah.
People who call 6 months an anniversary kill me. What about you, Prince Valiant? What brings you here?
I'm here to see my son.
Ooh, that sounds official.
Oh, it does. I'm here to see the Queen.
Is your son one of the queens? We got a lot of those in this building.
No, he's not. He's a healthy, red-blooded male. Bit of a skirt chaser, in fact.
Gee, I wonder where he gets that from. What's his name? Maybe he's chased mine.
I doubt that.
What do you think, Liz? Is the kind that your son...
Hey.
What?
You were coming on to her?
She's got great tits. What can I say?
Oh, yeah, she does.
Yeah, she's got gorgeous nipples, too. Ask if you can see them.
Hey, you people are sick!
You people! I knew you were a you people kind of guy. Go to church on Sunday and everything, right? Just keep you people away from us people. Yeah, the sick one, buddy. We may be two, but you are one sick motherfucker.
Don't you ever call me that, you little animal!
Hey! Get your hands off him! Get your... He dies! You die!
Lizzie, get off him! Get off him, baby! Baby, let him go! You okay, baby? You okay, baby? You okay? Yeah. Save me. Save me. My hero. You gotta be careful, baby. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Love you, baby.
Oh, this is disgusting. Stop it. Stop it. You're behaving like animals.
No, don't, please.
You're disgusting.
I think you're a really unhappy man. You know that?
I don't care what you think.
That's what I mean. I don't care what anybody thinks. Or so you think. In fact, you probably spend your entire life just worrying about what others think. Isn't that true?
I don't want to talk about this. I just want to get out of here and get on with my day.
Right. Your son.
What's his name?
Robert.
Robert? In 501?
Yes. You know him?
I'm sorry.
Wait. Is Prince Valiant here your boyfriend's dad? Wait. Oh, okay. That is some heavy shit. But it's very heavy.
I'm Gordon. Robert's father. Happy to meet you.
Let's get out of the way so these two can get to know each other. Oh, God.
What do you think of your father-in-law?
He is not my father-in-law. Rob and I aren't married.
It's funny how we think a piece of paper makes someone our father-in-law. And minutes ago, you just some old shit in an elevator.
That is not what I meant.
Oh, really?
What did you mean then, Cindy?
Look, forget it. I really don't need to explain myself to you.
Oh, you must go to the same church as Gordon over there.
Look, I just want to get out of here, okay?
Oh, that's an original thought. See, that makes 4 of us now.
So how long you and Rob been seeing each other again?
6 months.
6 months, that's right. You never met his parents?
They're divorced.
So who isn't? Doesn't mean you don't get to meet them.
Look, that is not what I meant.
Oh, woman, you better start saying what you mean or life is gonna be real rough for you.
Oh, Rob never talked about his old man.
Not really.
Did he or didn't he?
Look, what is with you two? Can't you just leave people alone?
I'm sorry, is that what people want, to be left alone?
Because I never knew that. I always thought people wanted to be acknowledged, you know, like related to.
He was just making conversation.
People.
After all, we're stuck in this elevator together. We may as well get to know one another.
Yeah, so Cindy with the nice tits. What did Robbie have to say about his old man?
Not much.
Oh, I can't be good, Gordon.
Look, that is not what I said.
Well, why don't you tell us what you meant then? Come on, we're waiting for the details.
It's okay. You don't have to explain. Rob and I have been estranged for a while now. Probably hasn't had a lot of good things to say about me. He's been very angry at me since the divorce. Blamed the whole thing on me. He doesn't realize that his mother wasn't exactly a saint. You know what it is? Trying to live with somebody for 15 years is not easy. I'm not exactly sure we're meant to be monogamous, you know? Anyway, I tried as hard as I could, but I don't think love is something you should really have to work at, you know what I mean? You either feel it or you don't feel it. The truth is, I did more than my share. I stayed with her for years when I didn't love her for the sake of the kid. When he was 15, I thought he could handle it.
Wasn't there also another woman?
Yes, there was. I thought it was my time for me. I'd spent all those years in a loveless marriage. I thought it was my turn to have fun. It's only fair.
Life should be fair.
Yeah, you bet.
So you're one of those. Socialist.
Not on your fucking life. I'm a free enterprise capitalist.
No, wait, I'm confused again. I thought you guys didn't believe life should be fair. I thought you preached survival of the fittest and family values at all costs and fairness be damned.
It's a pretty extreme interpretation.
Yeah, well, I have this theory about testing things by taking them to the extreme, seeing what holds up. How much does?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. What are you left with? What do you believe in?
Myself.
Yourself or your drugs?
Sorry to disappoint you, Gordon, but I don't do drugs. That's some excess baggage that Lydia chooses to carry around, but not my scene.
Oh, so you just provide them for her, I see.
We help her. She's
Listen.
in need.
Did you hear that? Listen.
Someone's in the elevator. Hey!
Help!
Hey! We're stuck in the elevator! Help! Help!
Think they heard us?
So how long have you been seeing my son?
6 months.
Right, I forgot. Where did you two meet?
Oh, well, he came into the gym where I work to check out our equipment and rates.
So he's working out again.
No, not really. He didn't join the gym, but he did ask me out.
Good to see Rob at the gym with a cigarette thing.
You two know Rob?
Oh, yeah.
Met him in the elevator, did you?
Actually, we're friends, Gordon.
You and my son? What could you possibly have in common?
How well do you know your son?
As well as any father knows their child.
Which isn't saying much.
Maybe in your family, but I'm a good father.
Really?
How well do you know him, Cindy?
I think I know him pretty well. It's odd we never met before.
No, not really. Rob tends to keep his friends segregated.
Oh, why would he do that?
You tell me, he's your son. To avoid embarrassment? And because he was raised to be hypocritical, phony, simply in denial?
His mother and I raised him the best we could. We sent him to the best schools. We gave him everything. Bought him a great car, gave him a generous clothing and entertainment allowance. He was never wanting for anything.
Except for maybe an honest role model.
How dare you? You don't know me. I'm a successful businessman and a respected member of the community. I don't need some low-life loser telling me I wasn't a good role model.
Actually, I never said that.
You may as well have.
No, I simply suggested that perhaps Rob was in need of an honest role model.
I mean, you may have thought that you were the perfect parent, but come on. Do you honestly believe that you were a good role model?
Come on, Gordon, think about it. Do you teach him to hide his feelings?
Oh, that's good.
Say certain things to some people, but not to others? To deny what he did or saw happen?
If you answer yes to any of those questions, Gordon, you weren't an honest role model. Thank you for playing.
Yeah, well, look, you try raising a child. It isn't easy. It's a tough world we live in. You can't always say what you think and feel. That can get you into trouble big time.
And that's what you taught your son?
You're damn right.
Same thing your father taught you.
Yes.
And look where we all end up, huh? Well-intentioned messes. So shut down and closed off, we wouldn't know genuine feeling if it came up and bit us in the ass, huh? Oh, we have thoughts about our feelings. We think we know what we should be feeling. But do you? What are you feeling right now, Gordon? Huh?
Stuck. I'm feeling stuck in this elevator and I wish to get out.
Stuck a feeling or a concept? Because concepts originate in the mind. Feelings, they come from a body. No, where does stuck occur for you, Gordon? What part of your body is feeling stuck, huh?
Do you really spend time doing this? Is this what you do with your time? Is this what you get when you take that many drugs?
No, asshole. It's what you get from years of therapy. Something you could obviously use.
Oh, me? What about you?
Oh, I plan on it. As soon as I work up the courage to quit.
How convenient.
What's your excuse?
Don't have one. Don't need one. Don't need therapy or counseling. I'm healthy and successful.
And your family?
My family are none of your business.
None of your business. God, that's a funny phrase, don't you think? I think it was invented to hide something. Keep people from discovering some deep, dark little secret. What you hiding, Gordon?
That's none of your...
What do you think, Cindy? You think Gordon here could use some therapy? Come on. You must have an opinion.
Therapy is very personal. It's a personal choice.
You think he's hiding something?
I don't know. I just met him.
What does Rob have to say about him?
Look, I really don't think this is a time or place to discuss this.
That sounds juicy. Doesn't look so good for you, though, Gordo.
My name is Gordon.
Sorry.
You do any drugs, Cindy? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess this isn't the time to talk about it, huh?
I've sampled some soft drugs. I don't like them.
What about Rob? Do you know what he likes?
He's the same. He's not into that scene.
You really believe that, don't you?
Yes, I know it.
World of hypocrites. That's what we've become, huh? So separated by ourselves and each other by a mess of lies and secrets and denials.
You're implying my son does drugs.
Oh, I don't think this is the time and place to have that discussion, Gordon.
Look, you're butting into my son's business, okay? It's really none of your business, and why don't you just stay away from her?
Come here, baby. How you doing?
Okay for a while.
It can't be too much longer. We'll be out of here soon. Let's play a game.
Game.
Oh, what?
A game. You know, like life itself.
Life is not a game.
That's what you think.
It's what I know.
Whatever. Let's play a game to pass the time.
You know something? I can't believe you. You attack him, you almost strangle him, you attack us, you ridicule us, then you screw like animals, and now you want us to sit there all buddy-buddy and play a game!
Yes! There is someone home! Finally, a spark, some fire, some passion. God, I was afraid that you were just like a stone cold plastic bitch, but yay, you're alive. Oh, come on. You still don't get it, do you? It's about being alive. This thing called life, it's about being alive. It's not just about showing up and putting in time. It's about passion and commitment and action. Doesn't matter if you are cursing me or arguing with me or agreeing with me, just as long as you are being someone. Just as long as you express a point of view, take a stand, risk something, then I know you're alive. World is full of uninteresting people contributing nothing. Totally uninteresting people. Why? Because they're not alive. Not in the truest sense of the word. I mean, maybe by some medical definition, they sort of squeak in under the alive line. But come on. How many people in your life have really inspired you just through their being? Huh? See? No one, right?
No, there is someone. My mother.
Your mother.
She's the most incredible person I know. She's a real survivor. She started her own business really late in life, and then she just sold it for a small fortune. And then she started another business, which is now just booming like the first. She makes more friends in a week than I'll ever have in my entire life. And she's tireless and generous, loving and strong. She's alive.
Uh-huh. Sounds like it. You're lucky.
Yeah, thanks. I know.
I don't think you do. I think you're angry at her. In fact, I think you almost hate her.
You don't know anything. I love my mother.
I'm sure you do, but love and hate coexist all the time. And the fact is, I bet you love her so much you hate her. Next to her, you feel like some tiny, insignificant piece of shit, right? It's okay. I understand. Believe me, my old lady is the exact same way. Except for the money part. She grew up in poverty her entire life. But man, is she strong and powerful and determined. Just like your mom, she survived. Her life would have crushed most people. I fucking hate her for it. No matter how many times she'd tell me she loved me, I'd feel something completely different. Strange as shit, huh? She'd say love. I'd feel shame. Is it them or is it us? I mean, do we make ourselves feel what we feel, or do others do it to us? Oh, shit. Look at us. We're so fucking heavy all of a sudden. Woohoo! We're too much.
You're so funny. She's starting to get the absurdities of life.
Yeah, she's still hung up about the sex thing, though.
Oh, that's right. We were bad for making love like animals. You still feel that way, Cindy?
Sex is something that's private and between two people and two people only.
And of the opposite sex, too, right?
Hey, I didn't say that. Some of my best friends are gay. I can't believe I just said that. Look, it's true. I think that people should keep their personal lives to themselves.
Why?
Because it's private.
Says who?
Everyone.
Not me.
Honey.
Well, almost everyone. Most people do not believe it's appropriate to have sex in front of other people.
I disagree. It's great. It's sexy, it's fun, it's erotic, it's the best. Why would you want to deprive other people of one of the best things about being alive? There is no single act I have yet discovered that compares with the sheer joy and exhilaration of fucking.
Okay, well, that's my point exactly. When it's about love and lovemaking, it's private. And when it's just screwing, you might as well be two animals doing it in a laneway.
What do you think we are? We are animals. Did it ever occur to you? So when we forget we are, that we get into trouble, huh? When we pretend that we're something separate from the animal kingdom, that's when we do the most disgusting things to nature. Do you ever think of that, huh?
Oh, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, Prince Valiant's back.
Don't tell me you're going to try and connect your animalistic screwing to some environmental cause.
Yes, fucking for the rainforest.
No wonder you people are so messed up. There's no reason under the sun for fucking in public, plain and simple. That is for the animals. And I, for one, am not an animal. And neither is this young lady here.
What are you then, Gordon?
I'm a human being, for fuck's sake. We're different. We're superior to the animals. We're called to a higher state.
Says who?
Oh, Jesus. Everybody, for fuck's sakes. Everybody but people like you.
The majority.
Yes, the majority. We do exist.
And what you say is right, and everything else is wrong.
That's the way it works, yeah.
So if the majority say, start smoking, everybody start smoking, do you do it? Huh?
No, we don't have to do everything that everybody else does. It's just the important things that we've made rules about and agreed to honor.
Like sex.
Yeah, like sex.
So you would never do anything that the majority considered kinky or abnormal.
Look, what are you trying to prove? That there's no proper socially acceptable behavior? It's pointless. You're in a tiny minority, and you'll never get the rest of us to change.
I don't care if you change. I just want you to let us do our thing. I'm completely fine and unthreatened by your little thing, whatever it may be.
You know, I'm offended and disgusted by your thing, as you call it.
We were talking about that before, remember? Do I offend you, or do you make yourself offended by me?
New age gobbledygook. My ex-wife used to drive me crazy with all that shit, always going on about everything, always trying to make everything mean something. It just is, for Christ's sake.
That's right. That's right. That is my point exactly, Gordon. Screwing in public just is. You are the one that makes it mean something.
Yeah, well, that may be so, but I'm not the only one, trust me.
Yes, but because the norm, whoever they may be, say it's wrong, does that make it wrong?
Yes, of course.
Only if you accept it. If you don't, then you have a different take on right and wrong. Maybe you don't even see the world in those terms at all anymore.
Oh, you people drive me crazy. The world is so simple, and you just don't see it.
I could say the same thing about you. Don't you see?
Look, we live in a world where the majority agree on what is acceptable and non-acceptable behavior. You either agree and fit in, or disagree and live as an outcast. Your choice.
That is definitely the way it is. No doubt about it. I am just proposing an alternative. I am suggesting a world in where people truly are tolerant of each other and our differences. A world where people are who they say they are and don't outcast other people just because we have a different opinion.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, get real. Wake up and get a life.
We have a life, asshole. You just don't accept it.
No, I don't accept it. You're freaks. You choose to be different, but you want to be accepted. I mean, it's one way or the other. Make up your mind.
Why? Why am I a freak? Because I don't fit into your norm?
You don't fit anybody's norm. You're a fuck up and a disgrace.
My mother used to say, consider the source.
You're too much. You shoot her up with drugs. You fuck her in front of us, and then you sexually assault this young woman. And then you sit there like a righteous, pompous asshole and look down at me. You're too fucking much.
You ever notice you swear an awful lot, Gordon?
Yeah, I only swear when I have to deal with fucking assholes who irritate the shit out of me. And this is definitely one of those times.
So swearing is okay when you say it is, and not at other times, right?
Look, I'm done talking to you. You live your life, I'll live my life. Just keep the fuck away from me.
No, I do honestly want to understand, Gordon. I seriously do. And people always cut me down when I start asking questions. What is that all about? If this is so easy, why can't you just explain it?
Look, I have been, for fuck's sake. You just don't get it. Can you explain it to him, please?
I think what he's saying is that when he tries to explain himself to you and you don't understand, he gets frustrated and starts to swear. Is that right?
I think I got that part, Sneezy.
Of course he got that fucking part! That wasn't the part I couldn't explain!
I'm sorry, you don't have to yell at me. I was just trying
Look, I'm not yelling. I'm just fucking frustrated, all right? My ex-wife used to do the same fucking thing. Always get upset and say that I was yelling, and I was just trying to make a fucking point.
But you are yelling, and it is upsetting. Maybe you don't realize that you're doing it.
Jesus, what is it with you women? You all cut from the same fucking mold? Don't any of you have a fucking brain? I'm not yelling! I'm just upset and I'm talking loud because you're not listening to me. You want to hear yelling? This is fucking yelling! Do you hear the fucking difference? This is yelling! Jesus! I don't understand why people don't get what I'm saying about this. And then it becomes frustrating, and then I get angry, and then I snap. It wouldn't get to this if they would hear me in the first place. Christ.
You're all the same.
What was that?
I said you're all the same. You yell at anyone who gets in your way, and if that doesn't work, you threaten. And if that doesn't work, you just attack.
Did I do that? Do I do that, hon?
Do what?
Bully people.
No. Well, you have opinions. You can feel very strongly about them, and sometimes I can see people feeling threatened by you, yeah. I've told you this before, baby.
Really?
Yeah.
You just don't get it, do they?
You seriously lumping me in the same boat as him?
No, of course
I just saw you. You just shook your head at her, agreeing that we don't get it. I'm not a we or a they, Liz. I don't like being called that. I can't believe you do that to me.
Bernie, it's not like
No? Then what is it? What did that little exchange between the two of you mean then, huh? Do you mind telling me?
It means you don't get it. Look at you. You're bullying her right now. You don't even see
You
it.
don't know Jack Buck. I'm not bullying her. I'm simply asking her a question. Can't tell the difference and keep your fucking mouth shut.
Ask her then. Ask her if she's feeling bullied. You tell him.
He needs to hear it from you.
It's true, I do feel that way sometimes.
Fuck it! I give up. Fucking give up. I do everything I can to be there for you, Liz. And you call me a bully. Yes. Do you guys want to play the game now?
Yeah, I do.
What about you?
Sure. Got nothing better to do. It'll help to pass the time.
How about you, baby? Do you want to play? Okay. We're all in then. Okay. This is how it goes. We each take turns telling a story about the most disturbing moment of our childhood. And when one person is done telling their story, we then go around and everybody takes a turn guessing whether or not the story is true or false. The first person to guess correctly, then they go next and it's their turn.
And what if no one guesses correctly?
Then the person who guessed first goes next.
What's the point of the game?
Whatever you want it to be. It can be about who's the best judge of character, who's the best liar, or it can be simply just about getting to know each other better. So who wants to go first? Okay, I'll go first. When I was about 6, I I decided I was going to be an actor when I grew up. I had just watched Great Expectations with my mother on TV, you know, the old black and white one. She cried almost the whole way through it. Ugh. Those movies didn't have a lot in special effects, but wow, they were powerful, you know? And I had never seen anything like it. I mean, the way it moved my mother. So I decided right then and there, I was going to be an actor when I grew up. And I was so thrilled. I mean, I know I was only 6, but I knew that's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to be. And I was excited. I couldn't wait for my father to come home so I could tell him. I knew he'd be so proud of me, and I'd get to see him smile, that big smile he'd get whenever I did something to please him, you know? He was a businessman. Very successful businessman, still is. You know the type, Gordon. Many nights he'd come home late because he'd be working, and we'd already be in bed, so we'd hardly get to see him. This particular night, the longest night of my life. It took forever for him to come home. It was the first time I realized how cruel time can be, you know? Like it has a mind of its own and it plays with us. We want the moment to fly by and it drags out forever, and when we want the moment to last, it's like over before you know it. Anyhow, I spent the time imagining our conversation. My father smiling and hugging me. Something he rarely ever did, really, but I knew for sure he would this night. And my little heart was pounding and beating so fast, I swear it was just gonna rip right through my chest. You ever feel that way? You know, like so certain about something, so exciting that the waiting is almost more fun than the doing. That's how I felt. And then I heard it. The garage door opening, and his car pulling in, and him getting out and shutting the door. Drove a Jag. Had this really distinctive, classy, solid sound. And there I am, standing breathless in the front hallway, just in anticipation. And I hear his key in the door, and then there he is. He's larger than life, just standing over me with this peculiar knit to his brow, and he's looking down at me and he says, "Well, young man, what's that look for?" And I, without hesitation, just blurted out with, like, I was so sure of myself, "I'm gonna be an actor when I grow up, Daddy." And he looked at me square in the eye and he said, "Over my dead body." And he walked off into the dining room for his supper, which was, you know, like always waiting for him. And I just stood there. I couldn't move for like the longest time. And my heart felt like it had stopped. And I wondered why I wasn't dead. And then my mom came and she sent us off to bed. And we never spoke of me being an actor again. I hate my father to this day. Just one of the many reasons. So, what do you say? True or false?
True. There's no way you could have made that up. I felt every word you spoke. I'm sorry.
Well, it was definitely heartfelt. It was very good. And I'm sure that part of you, you know, you believe that. I'm sure my son tells a story like that. But there's always another side. Don't forget that. I say it's false.
False as in I made it up, or false as in that's just my side of the story?
You made it up.
What about you, baby? What do you say?
You never told me that story before, but it fits all the others you told me about your father, so I say it's true.
Well, you is right.
Yeah.
But she guessed right first, so. It's your turn, Cindy.
Oh, no, I'll pass. Why don't you go next?
No, come on, Cindy. Tell us the most disturbing moment of your childhood.
You can do it, honey.
Okay. Okay. When I was young, up until the age of 12, I was the apple of my father's eye. He praised me for everything I did. He came to all my recitals and my games, and he drove me to band practice and figure skating practice, and those were really early mornings, but he never complained. Not once. He was always there for me, you know. He would buy me new clothes whenever I wanted, and he took the family and me on trips. God, he was just the best father any girl could ask for. And I'm sure he would have continued to be, you know, if he and my mom hadn't broken up. She forbid him to see me or have any contact with me. Anyway, I just tell you that because it helps explain what was the worst moment of my childhood. One day, my sister came into my room and closed the door. I was 7 at the time, and she and my father had just had a fight. They never really got along. She was always bugging him to buy her things, and then he'd refuse, and then they'd fight and yell, and then eventually he'd give in and buy it for her. Well, on this particular day, he wasn't going to give in. He yelled and just stormed out of the house. And that's when she came into my room and closed the door and sat on my bed. She told me that our father was a bad man and had done bad things to her. She said that she didn't ever want me to be alone with him, and that she wanted to tell Mom, but she was afraid. I told her to stop. I screamed at her that she was lying and that my father would never do anything bad. And she said that she was afraid I'd react that way, and that's why she hadn't said anything sooner, but that she couldn't keep it to herself any longer. I just screamed at her again, and then I threw myself down on the bed, and I covered my head with a pillow, and I just hummed really loud. And after a long, long time of me doing that, and my sister just yelling at me and shaking at me and trying to get me to hear her, it's just... It was just quiet. And I lifted my head from the pillow and I turned around, and she was gone. She'd gone into her room and packed some things and left. Just like that. Yeah, I wasn't that close to my sister, but when someone that's always there in your life just suddenly leaves... Anyway, my parents, they said it was typical teenage behavior, and, you know, she'd be back.
She never came back. She never wrote. Once I think she called my mother right before she and my dad broke up, but that was it. And I think a friend said that he saw her once a couple of years ago down on the Strip. And she looked really rough. I don't really know if she's still alive, even. It's like each person that's in your life is just assigned this small space in your soul, and when they leave, that space is just empty. Forever. So, what do you think? True or false?
True. Yeah, I have to say true also.
True.
Well, you're all wrong. It was false. Well, most of it, some of it was true. You know, it was a really long time ago, and it was a really difficult time for everybody.
Did you ever see your sister again?
No. So I guess it's your turn.
Well, I don't know what to say. I don't have stories like the rest of you. Not into being a victim, if you know what I mean.
Come on, Gordon. No one's ever lied to you or betrayed you or hurt you.
I'm responsible for my life. Whatever happens, I accept that I'm responsible.
So you broke the elevator.
Hey, you put people like us in it?
Is this your idea of fun?
Not fun, Gordon.
No, shit happens. It's what you do about it that counts.
I think he is.
I think so too.
You must have a story. Everyone has a story of some kind. Weren't you ever disappointed as a child?
Before you rationalized it away? Huh?
Well, there was an incident that I let bother me for many years before I let it go.
What was it?
I don't know if I can even remember now. You know, when you let it go, it's gone. It doesn't bother you anymore. After a while, you can't even remember what it was.
I understand that, Gordon, but you know, I must say, it does sound a little new age for you. Come on. You sure it's not just a wee bit of denial?
Do you want to hear this or don't you?
Yes, I do. Yes, we do.
When I was 10 years old, Christmas time, there was nothing I wanted more for Christmas than a BB gun. They were all the rage that year. Any kid who was cool had one of those guns. They made them to look like those old lever action rifles they had in the old cowboy movies and TV shows. I'd lay in bed at night thinking about having one of those guns for myself. I'd lay there practicing the cranking motion, like that. And then I'd take aim and pretend that I was shooting a tin can off the backyard fence. Pow! They made the coolest sound, I thought. I knew that sound because little Johnny next door, spoiled little prick, had gotten one for his birthday 3 weeks before Christmas. And he liked to demonstrate it for us. He'd never let us shoot it or even hold it, but he loved to show us how it worked. Me and the other boys hated him. We were so jealous. I really wanted one of those BB guns. And I used to imagine Johnny's gun being broken. And I'd let every other kid in the neighborhood use my gun, except him. I wanted him to know how it felt. That's how much I had riding on getting one of those guns that year. I knew I had my father on side. He'd buy me anything that he would have wanted as a child. It's like he was reliving his deprived childhood through me. And I knew he would have wanted one of those BB guns. But my mother was a different story. I didn't realize it then, but later on in my early 20s, I came to understand that my mother was just one of those people who lived to make others unhappy. Don't laugh, it's true. There are those people, and my mother was definitely one of them. If there was any way to spoil the fun, she'd find it. Laughter to her was like a battle cry. She'd come charging into any room she heard laughter coming out of, and she'd demand to know what was going on, and she'd put a stop to it. She was incapable of accepting joy into her life. Pure and simple. Or perhaps tainted and complex, to be more accurate. Whatever the case, Christmas was her favorite time of year. Because she got to look pious while being mean-spirited. She could look devout and religious while she destroyed every smile in the room. All the years I knew her, I never heard her laugh. It's amazing, isn't it, how some people can live their entire lives like that? Well, that Christmas was no different. She was grumbling her way through the initial holiday build-up just like every other year. But I wasn't concerned. I knew I had two things going for me. My father's love of toys, and a new strategy I developed. See, I didn't let on how much I really wanted that BB gun. In fact, I played it down, said I didn't really care for Christmas presents. Said they tended to take away from the meaning of the holiday. But, I said, if people insisted on buying presents, the only one I would accept would be a BB gun. Not because it would bring me joy or anything so meaningless, but because it would certainly give me an appreciation for the struggle and hardship that our Christian forefathers endured in settling this mighty land. Pretty good for a 10-year-old, right? But not good enough for my mother. No. She could smell fun light years away, so she had no trouble seeing through the badly delivered lies of a 10-year-old. I swear she almost smiled as she proudly announced that she was simply honoring my wish to forego Christmas presents this year. My father said that he'd tried to buy me the BB gun, but that my mother had assured him that it really was my wish to go without presents. My older brother, he had a bit of my mother's mean streak in him. He could hardly contain his laughter as he watched my little plan backfire in such an ugly, unexpected way. I was devastated. I was too numb to even cry as I got up and left the room. I don't think I've cried ever since. I was mortally wounded that Christmas, and I've never healed. I've just been slowly dying inside ever since. True or false?
True. That's so sad.
I have to say true also. I don't think you have enough creativity in you to make a story like that.
I agree with Bernie, but I'm going to say false. Because I don't think you know the difference anymore.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? I don't like being psychoanalyzed by a drug addict.
What's the answer, true or false?
Contrary to your opinion of me, That was a figment of my imagination. Designed right in line with your poor me victim theme. Pretty good, huh?
So you actually got a BB gun?
I didn't really want one. I just made the story up.
Easy your turn, baby.
I have to.
No, you don't, but you did say you were going to play.
Well, my father fucked me when I was a kid. He'd single me out from my older sister, who he treated like a queen. See? He'd make me do stupid things like clean the kitchen with a toothbrush. I mean, not just the counter, the entire fucking kitchen. And I was not to eat or go to sleep until I had finished to his satisfaction. I was exhausted and starving and so humiliated. And then I'd have to call him in for inspection. And he'd take his time coming. And no matter what room we were in or how many times he had done this to me, he would always find something wrong. And if all else failed, he'd reach his hand up above the door sill and run it along. I was too short to reach it, even on a chair. So then he'd have his excuse to beat me. He'd just fucking wail on me. My mother would be God knows where in her own little world. Grateful, I guess, later that it wasn't happening to her. My sister, my sister, would always come up with these great ideas for how I could avoid his wrath. But it never worked. He wanted me. And no matter what I did, he would always find an excuse to punish me. And when the beating was over, the real punishment would begin. He'd have sex with me. Rough, brutal, violent sex. When he was finished, he'd lay on top of me and whisper in my ear that he was making me into the perfect whore for other men to enjoy. I can still hear his voice to this day. Heavy post-sex breath as he'd whisper those words. Squeeze my nipples so tight, God. I didn't have breasts when he started doing this. And even when I developed them, he'd only ever squeeze my nipples. Kind of like the way I like you to do it to this day, baby. Isn't that sick?
It's not your fault, sweetheart.
It's not? Whose is it? Huh? My mother? My sister? He didn't do it to them. He only ever did it to me. Which is why, to this day, they still don't believe me. They think I am some very sick, twisted person for making it all up. The day I ran away from home, I confronted him in front of them. And he denied and denied and denied. And they turned on me in such a rage. I left in fear of them as much as him. And the friends and the neighbors. A lot of them knew. And they chose to say nothing. One day, he had some friends over for beer and barbecue in the backyard. And the drunker he got, the bolder he got. He ordered me to come outside and meet his friends. I was just a little kid. He held me upside down over the railing. And he stuck his fingers inside me.
Debbie, you know,
No one did anything. No one said anything. Nothing happened. There I was, upside down, half naked, in front of a group of grown men with my father's fingers inside me, and nobody did anything. Now, do you realize how easy it is to assume that it's your fault when no one in the world does anything? That makes it normal, doesn't it, by your definition, Gordon? If nobody does anything, isn't my father's behavior normal? He forbid me to wear underwear. He said it was for grown women only, not little girls. He used to inspect me every day before I went to school. He'd reach his hand up underneath my skirt to make sure that I was naked. My mother, standing only a few feet away. When I confronted her about it as an adult, she said she simply had no idea that that was going on. How convenient, huh? You want to know the sick part of the story? Many years later, I decided to confront my father. He was supposed to help me find closure. I decided to meet him in a restaurant downtown. We met and I told him everything, and surprisingly he listened, and even more surprisingly, he admitted to everything. And then he smiled at me and told me to come out into the back laneway and suck his dick. Here's the sick part. I wanted to suck his dick. I took everything I had to get out of that restaurant. I ran to my car and I masturbated right there in the parking lot. And then he died. And I was finally free of him.
That's insane. Why didn't you go to the police?
I did.
And what did they do?
Nothing.
That's impossible. They must have done something.
They did nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was a small town. They knew my father. They liked him. Staff sergeant actually patted me on the ass and told me to go home and stop making trouble.
Why didn't you go to another city, another police department? They would have done something.
You know, asshole, that's not how it feels when it's happening to you. It feels like no one will ever believe you.
God, it drives me crazy how people give up so quickly.
Give up! Fuck you! Fuck you! I did not give up. I've spent my entire fucking life trying to get people to believe me. Social workers, therapists, yes, even police and prosecutors. You know, some of them actually said they believed me. But there wasn't much they could do after all this time. Not much of a case, especially with all the backlash from the false memory syndromes. But I did not give up. Your precious fucking system just didn't listen. Seems it was too much for your great majority to handle. So they just pushed it away and me along with it. You know, not a day has gone by where I didn't want to die. I almost succeeded a few times. The paramedics and my friends, too quick to find me. But one day, you son of a bitch, I guarantee you, I'm gonna get it right.
Yes? Hello, we're here in the elevator.
This is the fire department. We'll have you out in a few minutes.
Thank God. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he played a big part in it already. Couldn't have done it without him. Man, he didn't hit a present, a little girl who was brutalized repeatedly by her father.
Look, we're going to be out of here soon. I'm not going to get into that discussion with you. God works.
Yeah, in mysterious ways.
Yes, he does.
So does the devil. I personally find it hard to tell them apart.
Well, I think you've just got to have faith. It's about having faith.
Well, that's real easy to say unless you've had all your faith sucked out of you.
You think I'd be here today if I didn't have faith? Jesus, I honestly believe it's gonna get better. But it never does. Fuck, if I didn't have faith, I'd try to off myself 24/7. Not just once in a while.
Well, I think it's about having faith in something more than just believing it's going to get better.
Faith in what, Gordy? Which one of the many gods is the right one this week, huh? Or is it faith in power, drugs, sex, rock and roll, government, money? Which one are we supposed to have faith in? Don't you dare speak to me about some abstract Sunday school version of God as a white man with a white beard.
Well, it's faith in yourself.
I can accept that.
Shit, my skirt is filthy.
Well, it's been an interesting time.